With Flames General Manager Craig Conroy. Craig, day one in the books here for the most part here at the Combine in Buffalo. How does it feel to be back here and kind of shifting your focus to the NHL Draft at the end of the month?
Well, it's nice. I mean, we've been having all our meetings all year long, and now you've seen the kids on the ice, and to be able to actually meet some of them and get to talk to them and ask questions that maybe when you're watching games, I wonder why they're thinking this, what are their strengths and weaknesses, and what they're doing, and just get to get a little feel about their personalities. It's a great week. I mean, it's a long week. We got lots of kids. It's a busy days, but well worth it, and have them all here in one spot. It's Buffalo has been a great spot for us.
And it just seems that each and every year these kids just get more and more prepared to be thrust into the spotlight. Just maybe if you could just speak to just the level of maturity, the level of poise that some of these young men have.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, with social media, with everything they really are always put on the spot, asking questions, and even from a young age. So by the time they get here, they're very comfortable. I mean, I remember when I started, you could see how nervous some of the kids were, and they'd be sweating, and now they just kind of roll in and go about their business, and they do a great job. It's amazing how mature they are for their age.
A fairly big contingent of Flames brass here with you in the meeting room, including Director of Amateur Scouting Todd Button. Just the work that he and his scouts put in over the course of the year to get you to this point where you are on the cusp of making informed decisions. Maybe just speak to the work that Todd and his scouts have put in over the course of the year to get you here.
Well, it can be a thankless job until we have the draft, but you see the guys, they're on the road, they're out there pounding the pavement, trying to find all these players, gathering all the information, and Todd does an amazing job, and then putting it all together. And then, this is kind of the last, I mean, there's no more games to watch other than if we want to do some more video, but it's really, hey, this is it. We're going to get to meet the kids, and then we will do a little video on people that we think we haven't seen quite enough, or where maybe some of these interviews will say, let's look a little closer at this guy. And then as we get ready for the draft, that's kind of the Super Bowl of scouting for sure. So it'll be fun. But boy, they put a lot of hard work in, and they're prepared, and we're ready to go.
As a group, what's the goal for the rest of the week? What would you like to come away from Buffalo with?
I think this is just a kind of all the things and the way we have our list kind of in order already. And, this kind of just puts the bow on it. Okay, now we know, we've met them, we know what they're all about. It's just gathering all that information and then putting it all together and then getting it ready to go. Because once we kind of finalize a list, we just mostly just goes off the list. I mean, every now and then we grab a positional player if it's close, and we'll have those discussions. And it's it's an exciting time for the organization because this is where you can really make changes. So we can't wait to get to the draft at some point here in another couple weeks.
Last one for you. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, just over the weekend, the news on the changes behind the bench and the removal of the interim tag, the promotion of Trent Cull to the team as an assistant coach after the work that he did over the course of the year. Just maybe speak to his reinsertion into the fold and just the changes that you guys have made behind the bench.
It was a weird year with bringing Trent up, but to have him come up just after Christmas, and to see the job he did with the penalty kill and just him being in the room and watching him, he was really, it was impressive. What he did with the guys to come in middle of the season like that, and what he did really in the American League too as the head coach. I think he had a 7.07 win percentage, so it was going well there. Trent came up, and it just felt like us moving forward. He was a great fit, and it was something we had to do.